From Television City in Hollywood, the Jack Benny program with Jack's guest, Ernie Kovacs. Brought to you by Lucky Strike. Get the genuine article. Get the honest taste of a Lucky Strike.
Men like this go for fine tobacco and no nonsense. That's what you get with Lucky Strike. Here's honest taste. Fresh, smooth, and unforgettable. When a man like this wants a cigarette, he goes for the genuine article. Lucky Strike. This one is what smoking was meant to be.
Never was a man who could forget the taste of a genuine cigarette. Get the honest taste a man can like. The honest taste of a Lucky Strike. The honest taste of a Lucky Strike.
Get the genuine article. Get the honest taste of a Lucky Strike.
Thank you very, very much, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Lucky Strike program. Now, to those of you who tuned in to my show 2 weeks ago, you will remember that you finally saw our parody of Gaslight. You see? Now, to those of you who didn't tune in, I'd like to explain that Gaslight is that psychological murder mystery, that murder drama, in which I drove Barbara Stanwyck, MGM, and the Supreme Court nuts. And I do want to thank MGM for allowing me to release this picture, you see. Of course, although I felt they'd do it anyway, because 18 years ago, they released me. I mean, they didn't exactly release me. They put me in a basket and left me on Warner Brothers' doorstep. But anyway, that's in the past. No, it's to go on with the future. I'd like to say that tonight or tomorrow, sometime in the next day or two, I am going to Miami Beach, Florida, where I am going to appear at the Fontainebleau Hotel for 2 weeks, starting February 3rd, you see. Then after that, they want me to play 2 weeks in Havana, Cuba. And we've already been dickering about, you know, my working there. But I don't know, I'm kind of afraid to go there because, you know, with all the commotion and the excitement and the shooting and everything, you know, fellas liable to get killed. But if they meet my price... I'll figure a way somewhere. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to present my guest star this evening, a young fellow whom I think is one of the most versatile comedians in all of show business, Mr. Ernie Kovacs. Nice to have you on the show, Ernie.
Thank you very much for that introduction, Mr. Benny.
Mr. Benny? Oh, Ernie, we've known each other too long. You don't have to call me Mr. Benny.
Oh, I can't help it. Just standing here in the presence of someone who's reached such eminence in the field of comedy, it makes me feel so humble that in the ancient tradition of the Orient, I feel that I should fall upon my knees and commit Harry-Carry.
Harry-Carry on my television show?
It wouldn't hurt anything. I'd bleed in black and white.
Well, that would be something first in television. But, Ernie, I must say that I do appreciate that compliment, and modestly, in all modesty, I must admit that I have been very, very fortunate in television. You see.
Not only television, but radio, pictures. You made your last picture 15 years ago. People are still talking about it.
Wait a minute, Ernie. That could be taken either way, you know?
Well, if it could, I guess I gave it the wrong inflection.
Now, wait a minute. Listen, Ernie, I didn't bring you out here to argue with you or anything. I was very, very serious when I introduced you as one of our most versatile comedians because I used to see all of your television shows, and I don't know, your dialogue was always so sparkling and witty and original and everything. I wish my writers could be that funny.
You use writers?
Well, Ernie, don't you use writers?
Oh, only for suicide notes.
Now I wish I let him commit Harry Carey. But Ernie, you know, you interest me because I've learned so much about you since you've been out here. You do so many things. You're always so busy. And as busy as you are, you still find time for a hobby, I understand. Huh?
Yeah. I guess I'm just about the world's most renowned mustache collector.
A mustache collector?
Yeah, in the Encyclopedia Britannica, it's called a fuzzomologist.
Fuzzomologist. Oh, for heaven's sake.
What's the matter?
You just finished a crossword puzzle I've been working on for 2 weeks.
Have you ever considered what a mustache would do for you?
No, I never gave it a thought, really.
I found mine would be a real big influence in my life. There was a time when I was shy and withdrawn, you know. The moment I grew a mustache, my whole personality changed.
Really?
Yeah. I was the most popular 8-year-old in the block.
You wore a mustache when you were 8 years old?
On my way to school, they used to point at me and say, "Help that little old man across the street."
Funny thing, I don't never wear a mustache, and that happened to me yesterday.
I think that you could change your whole personality. Let me try. I have my mustache collection right here. Let me.
Look, Ernie.
No, bring it out, would you, dear?
Mustache collection? This I never heard of. A mustache collection. I mean, I've heard of a lot of other...
Hardly enough for me. You're touching my picture of Bert Hart. Huh? Later, perhaps. It's enough to drive you to shave, you know? Now then, you take this if you would, Jack. Now, what kind of mustache would you prefer?
Well, if you're going to shave yours, I'd like that one.
No, I think we'll get something for you. Here. Something more for your personality. There.
I look like Colonel Blimp. And, no, I wouldn't like this one, I don't think. No. This does nothing for me at all, I think.
Oh, here's something that's becoming very popular.
I mean, what's this, huh?
That's a smog filter.
A smog filter?
Yeah, you can put it on your nose or your exhaust pipe. Come a new steak that's rather nice there. The walrus mustache.
Well, do you think this does something for me, the walrus?
Maybe if we put a fish in your mouth.
No, never.
Cheap and petite. Oh, oh boy, huh?
That is wonderful. Now, this one I like. This one I could wear all the time. I really could. I could wear this one all the time.
I think it's starting to work already. Look.
Huh?
What?
What? That's the one that helped me across the street. Well, I don't know, Ernie.
Pardon me, sir, but there's a phone call from Mr. Kovacs. It's a Mr. Sherman.
Oh, is that Mr. Sherman, the movie producer?
Yeah, he's casting a picture. Tell him.
A picture?
Yeah. Tell him I'm in the middle of the show. I can't take it.
I'll take it. I'll take it. Well, I'll see you later. Well, while Ernie has gone to use the phone, I think I'll bring out Don Wilson, and we'll have our commercial now. Oh, Don Wilson, would you come out, please? Now, Don, I know that we've had Ernie Kovacs. We have him as a guest, and we talked a lot about mustaches, but this is ridiculous.
Oh, man, this got nothing to do with Kovacs. All us boys at the coffee house wear beards.
Coffee house?
Like, yes.
Yeah? So you hang around the coffee house?
Espresso, man, espresso.
Don, I never thought you'd become a beatnik. A fatnik, yes, but not a...
Hey, man, your melon's got corners on it.
Now cut that! Now, if you came out here in this outfit with this silly thing, you certainly must have something in mind. So go ahead and go through with it, and I'll see you later.
Beat, 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 listen to the beat. Beat, 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 listen to the beat. If you're bugged with your business, if you're weary of your wife, don't be dull or dejected, there's a better way of life. Just forget responsibilities, prepare to have a treatment like.
Slip to the coffee house and listen to the beat. Yes, we're the Beat Generation, a sordid aggregation. We score obligation.
No, we won't conform.
Oh, in the Beat Generation, a modest operation. We're taking the nation
By a very little storm.
Lend an ear to my story, chum, if you're a working man. Take a break, light a Lucky, which there's no smoke better than. Get the taste that's true and always rich, a taste just mild enough. You'll dig the taste of Lucky Strike when you begin to puff, 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 puff. You begin to puff.
Puff, 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 puff. Lucky, sure enough.
Hey, Don,
Yeah, man.
If you want to be beat, first thing you got to do is communicate. Like, man, you got to talk the language, you know.
Like how?
A cig is what you're smoking.
Jazzy means it's great.
A cat is one who's on the beat.
An outer gets the gate.
So don't be an outer, just be a cat and puff on a Lucky while you chit-chat. For that's the way you're smoking if you're smoking on the beat, beat, beat. beat, smoking on the beat.
A lucky strike is the utmost, the very living utmost. From east to the west coast, Lucky Strike is really in. Get a good grip on your lighter and prepare to have a treat.
Man, light.
Light up a Lucky and you're smoking on the beat.
I don't know, times have certainly changed. I used to be a minuetnik. Anyway,
I'm sorry it's so long, but it's all settled, guys.
oh, the picture? Did they offer you the picture?
Oh, but yeah, but...
You turned down the picture? But why?
It's a prison. It's a prison picture, and has the old jute mills and the leg irons and the rock palace.
Well, what's wrong with that?
Passe. Prisons aren't like that anymore. They have the scientific approach they have. Recreational facilities and visiting privileges and the honor systems.
Say, you know, Ernie, I was reading an article about that in the paper, what they're doing in prisons now. They seem to emphasize rehabilitation. They're being very, very nice to prisoners.
Can you imagine what it'll be like if the present trend continues?
I certainly can.
So listen, let's you and I show the audience what prisons will be like in 1970.
Okay, let's do that. A little prison music, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Claremont Prison, a federal penal institution of the year 1970. Claremont Prison, typical of many institutions throughout the country, is located on Nob Hill in San Francisco, overlooking the Golden Gate Bridge. Here, taking their course of correction, are such notorious criminals as Muggsy McGurk. Mr. McGurk, how long have you been in Claremont Prison?
Let's see. I've been incarcerated in this rehabilitation center nigh on to 16 years.
16 years.
Yeah. Another 4 years, and they give me a gold watch. Would you like to meet some of the other boys?
Yes, I would.
Well, standing right over there is the country's #1 counterfeiter.
Oh, so you're the country's #1 counterfeiter.
No, he's a counterfeiter. I'm his model.
Oh, then you're the counterfeiter.
That's me. Inky Green.
Tell me, what made you take up counterfeiting?
Well, I used to be a shoplifter, but one day my conscience bothered me, and I figured I'd better begin paying for this stuff.
Well, all I can say is you're all heart, Stinky.
That's Inky.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, having met some of the inmates, we bring you A Day in Claremont Prison, or Blockhouse 90.
Mail call. Mail call. Hey, I got some letters here for Killer Kovacs and Benny the Louse. Where are they?
I don't know. I haven't seen him this morning.
Did you, Joe? No. Did you, Warden? No.
Here they come now. Well, Killer, you sure played a great game today. Your drives are improving.
Yeah, much better than yesterday.
Yes, sir. Hey, I just thought of something. We forgot to pay the the caddy.
Oh, you don't have to. I ran over him.
Hey, Warden, take care. When you get through with that, take care of these clubs, will you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Hey, I got some letters for you guys. Here's one for you, Killer, and one for Benny the Louse.
Who's it from?
I don't know, it's kind of dark in here. I can't see.
Yeah, get some light.
Yeah, get some light for me, will you? I can hardly read this thing. Oh, it's for my wife. Look how she starts it. Dear Louse. Isn't that cute?
Hey, Louse.
Yeah?
Do me a favor, will you? This is Claremont Prison. Why don't you change your name?
If you change my sheets, I'll change my name.
The sheets 3 times a day. You're always complaining, always complaining.
Never mind. Clean the clubs or I'll call the governor.
Checkers, all the time, checkers. Well, what's the difference? They're not bothering anybody. They're nice guys.
Nice guys. All I know is when they sent me up here, they promised me a single room. Stinking judge. Hey, look, they got the week's activities posted up here. Yeah? Next Tuesday, the polo match will be delayed a half hour in order not to conflict with the cha-cha lessons.
Hey, who needs cha-cha lessons?
You do. New Year's Eve, you stepped all over my feet.
Well, you deserved it. I mean, wearing a dress with that silly mustache. That was ridiculous. Hey, what's going on here?
The warden's bringing in a new prisoner.
In the same cell?
Another one? Oh, the stinking judge.
Now, this takes care of the air conditioning, and this dims the light. Restful, isn't it? And this takes care of the hi-fi. And here is your color television set. I hope you enjoy your stay.
Hey, fellas.
Yeah?
Is this one of those prisons? Not any bars?
No, we have bars all over. We have a bar in the lounge. We have a bar in the gas chamber.
A bar in the gas chamber? Yeah, you know, one for the road. Hey, fellas, when do we eat around here? I'm starved.
Well, I wish you'd have mentioned it. It's about time. Hey, room service. Cell 785. We have a standing order to have dinner here every night at 5 o'clock. Now, where is it? Oh, here it is. You like the food in here, won't you?
Oh, it's great. That's great. Yeah.
Here, the food looks good. Oh. Yes, thank you. I'll have some Lucky Strike. Hey, Marina.
Would you like your picture taken?
No. Oh, wait a minute, miss. Come back here. Hey, Killer, let you and I have our picture taken.
Oh, I don't want my picture taken.
Oh, come on. I want something to remember you by. This is your last day. You're being released.
You promised not to talk about that.
Killer, come on. Let's have our picture taken.
All right. What are your call with?
Here.
You got another?
Yeah. This was ready in case I didn't have it.
I'll have this ready in a few minutes.
Thank you. Thank you very, very much.
Deliver Kovacs. Your time has come.
They're after you, Killer. You gotta go. Come on, Killer. Take it like a man. Look, I mean, the other prisoners are using you as an example.
I don't want to be an example.
Come on, Killer. Control yourself.
I'm going, fellas.
Goodbye, Killer.
Goodbye, Louse.
Good luck, Killer.
Goodbye, Alfred. Stinky.
That's 18.
Come on, Killer. We're waiting.
Oh, yeah, I know. Oh, maybe that's you all.
Going home.
It's traffic! Oh, no!
thought the killer would crack. Well, we all gotta go sometime. Here, stranger, have some caviar.
Oh, thanks. By the way, Louse, how long are you in for?
10 years.
10 years? What did you do?
Nothing. I won it on a quiz program.
We'll be back in just a moment with his guest, Ernie Kovacs. But first, here's a word about the honest taste of a Lucky Strike.
You can be awfully busy and still have time for a cigarette. A lot of men like this one. Like this one. Lucky Strike. It's the genuine article. Outdoors, you can taste it when you smoke Lucky Strike. The honest taste of fine tobacco. That's what you get with Lucky Strike. Smoke one and see.
Never was a man who could forget the taste of a genuine cigarette. Get the honest taste a man can like. The honest taste of a Lucky Strike. The honest taste of a Lucky Strike.
Get the genuine article. Get the honest taste of a Lucky Strike.
To bring out my guest star, Ernie Kovacs. Ernie, you were just wonderful on the show. It was nice, kind of fun doing that prison scene, wasn't it?
Yeah, but you don't think we started a crime wave, do you?
No, I think the comic books beat us to it. You know? But Ernie, that last scene, when you were so dramatic and you had to leave the prison, gee, you did a great job. I don't know, it got me right here.
Well, that's the place where you keep the wallet. We got it.
That's all right. I won't forget.
Listen, I'd like to compliment you, Jack, on your wonderful performance in Bell, Book, and Candle.
Wait a minute, Ernie. I wasn't in Bell, Book, and Candle.
No, you see, but I was, and nobody's even mentioned it.
Well, I'm sorry. I won't forget. And thanks again very, very much. Now, you got to go. It's a half hour.
I don't want to go. In 5 minutes, I'd have been on overtime.
Ladies and gentlemen, next Sunday, be sure and watch Bachelor Father, starring John Forsythe, and I'll be back in 2 weeks when my guest will be Danny Thomas, and also, but don't tell her, Mary Livingston.
Tonight's program were Ray Kellogg, Ken Christie, Len Lesser, Walter Burke, and the Beatniks appeared through the courtesy of the Billy Barnes Review. Remember, 1 week from tonight on this same station, be sure and view Bachelor Father, starring John Forsythe. And next Wednesday on most of these stations, watch the exciting Western series Crackdown, starring Robert Culp. Brought to you by Lucky Strike, product of the American Tobacco Company. Remember, tobacco is our middle name. Jack Benny's next television program will be in 2 weeks with his guests Danny Thomas and Mary Livingston. This is Don Wilson saying good night.